The first exercise that I'll be going over is called the half crunch. For the half crunch, the muscles that are going to be worked are the rectus abdominis. Now, you want the center of force to remain around the lower abdominals. Now, keep your butt on the ground, heels on the ground, toes up. And then, stick your arms out in front of you, palms on the ground. Lay down flat on your back, put your palms on the ground, palms straight out. Now, it's very important that you keep your hips up, your lower back down, and your chin tucked into your chest. To complete a repetition, you bring your chest to your knees, hold the contraction, and go back down. I feel that the slower you go and the longer you hold the contraction, the more you feel the burn in your lower abs, and the more it works. Back down. Make sure to keep that lower back down on the ground, and keep your chin tucked into your chest. Back down. Again, heels on the ground, palms on the ground, lower back on the ground, chin tucked. Come up, hold it, back down, contract everything together, and squeeze, and back down. The second exercise I'll be going over is called the plank. And again, the muscles worked for the plank are also the abdominals. Now, the starting position for the plank is similar to the starting position of a push-up. What you want to do is keep your palms flat on the ground, shoulder width apart, knees on the ground, toes on the ground. Make a progression upward so that your knees come off the ground and your toes are digging into the ground. And then you want to squeeze everything together, squeezing your glutes, squeezing your core, and squeeze everything, make everything tight, make everything rigid. You don't want your hips to sag down, and you don't want your butt to come up. Okay, you want to keep everything strong and flat. And then, one more progression, you can go down to your forearms and elbows, keeping your palms flat, or keeping a double fist. Also for this exercise, it's important, never bring your hands together. Okay, always keep your hands, forearms and elbows, shoulder width apart, palms flat, or double fists. Now, the third exercise I'll be going over is called the hip adduction. Adduction. Okay? Now, for the hip adduction, the muscles that are going to be worked are called the hip abductor brevis, longus, and magnus, and also the gracilis. Now, for the hip adduction, what you need is either a resistance band or a cable strap. However, I don't have those, so I'll just improvise. So, what it's supposed to look like, you're supposed to go down, wrap it around one of your ankles, and then stand on one foot, okay? Now, for the hip adduction, the resistance is coming from that side. So, what you want to do is let the resistance pull on your leg, keep everything tight, squeeze your quads, squeeze in your glutes, and then bring it in, touch the other foot, back out, let the resistance pull on you, and then squeeze everything in. One more time, go back out, squeeze everything in. Starting position is out, bring it in, one more time, start out, come in. Now, for the hip abduction, it's very similar to the hip adduction. However, the only difference is instead of starting out and coming in, you're starting in and going out. So, the muscles worked for the hip abduction are the gluteus minimus, maximus, and medius. So, same thing. Tie a resistance band or cable strap around your ankle, and this time balance on one foot, and instead of the resistance pulling you outward and then you squeezing in, instead of the resistance coming from that way, the resistance is going to come from that way. So keep it tight, squeezing your quads and your glutes, and go out. Okay, start in and go out, in, out, squeeze everything together, out, in, out. Good job.